It's 10 o'clock and a very good morning to you from BBC Television. It's time for service information for the television trade. First, transmitter information concerning Stockland Hill and Beacon Hill. BBC One UHF Stockland Hill has been on reduced power since 9 o'clock and will continue so for some time this morning. BBC Two Beacon Hill has also been on reduced power since 9 o'clock, remaining so for some time today. I'll just repeat those. BBC One UHF Stockland Hill has been on reduced power since 9 o'clock and will continue so for some time this morning, and BBC Two Beacon Hill has also been on reduced power since 9 o'clock, remaining so for some time today. The BBC Wales 625 line colour television service from Preseli Relay Station in Pembrokeshire has now opened. The BBC Two service opens tomorrow. Both channels are subject to engineering tests until the full programme service begins on the 1st of September. Preseli will serve about 89,000 people, mostly in Pembrokeshire, but including some in the western parts of Cardiganshire and Carmarthenshire. Group B aerials with horizontal rods are required for receiving the 625 line transmissions from Preseli, and they should be directed towards the site of the station, which is about 9 miles south of Cardigan. Group B aerials are suitable for both BBC channels, 46, that's BBC Wales, and 40 for BBC Two, as well as the other two channels assigned to Preseli, 43 for ITV and 50. They should be carefully positioned for optimum reception on the different channels. Following successful test transmissions, the full stereo programme service will be broadcast from the BBC's Home, Moss and Belmont transmitting stations starting tomorrow. Relay stations at Scarborough, Sheffield, Wensleydale and Windermere will also radiate the stereo programmes. These 6 stations serve most of Lancashire, Yorkshire, Lincolnshire and parts of adjacent counties, and they'll bring stereo on Radio 1 when that's transmitted on VHF, Radio 2 and Radio 4 to more than 11.5 million listeners in the north. Radio 3 has been transmitted in stereo from Home Moss for several years, but from now on it will use the new pulse code modulation distribution system, along with the other programmes, giving a consequent improvement in technical quality. This improvement should also be noticeable to listeners with monophonic equipment. At some receiving locations near the limit of the service areas of the transmitting stations concerned, the change from monophonic to stereophonic reception may introduce additional background noise. This can often be reduced by using a more efficient aerial system, and listeners in these circumstances should seek the advice of their local radio dealer. Monophonic reception of stereophonic transmissions is not affected in this way. Well, today is the last day of the trade test colour films, which have been transmitted regularly by BBC Television since 1954. But now there are colour programmes shown on one channel or the other for most of the day, the time available for transmission of the test card has been considerably reduced, and the need for high-quality moving pictures during trade tests has diminished. So, after consultation with representatives of the television trade, it's been decided that from next week, available time on BBC Two will mainly be filled by the test card, together with service information announcements, and the service information in the afternoons will be at 4:30 instead of 2:30, but will remain at 10 o'clock and 11:30 in the mornings. Full details of the new schedule will shortly be published as an information sheet. Well, today there's more service information at 11:30 and at 2:30 this afternoon. And those colour films. Well, the colour films being shown in today's trade test transmissions are at 11:35, Journey into the Weald of Kent, at 12:10, Cantagallo, at 2 o'clock, North Sea Quest, at 2:35, Giuseppina, and the last trade test colour film at 3:30, Coupe des Alpes. At 4:30, instead of the usual trade test colour film, BBC Two opens up with coverage of the second day's play in the third test at Lord's. Well, now the colour test card and music are with us until our first scheduled programme of the day, Play School at 11 o'clock.